My parents they were big givers. They didn't have a lot to give, but they certainly made sure that whatever they did have, they shared with others in the community. And they really instilled that from us to be kind and share with others. So it's always been important for me.
I think most of us kind of born selfish. I certainly am. And you have to train yourself and learn. And the more you give and the more you reach out, the more happiness you can find. That doesn't come natural to all of us. It doesn't really come natural to me. But as I've grown older, I've learned that that's what, when they say God is love, love is reaching out and being aware of others instead of just yourself. And if you don't do that, it's a pretty dark place to live.
My parents were very open to the idea that we had different pets that came, cats and dogs. So early on, I always thought I was a dog lover and then switched to cats. That's been our last 14 years with having siblings of cats. So long history of love of animals in the home. The Giving Circle was an opportunity this year for me that was out of a sadness, actually. We've had the loss of 3 pets in the last year and a half, and while I was trying to deal with what am I going to do next, of course I'm looking on the website for possible pets and realized we were not quite ready for the adoption of another pet, but with the medical care that we had for really 3 of the animals in the last year and a half, I realized that maybe if I took that money and put it back to the Humane Society, that those dollars would continue to give. So it was more of a legacy idea.
I've been a Giving Circle member now for 3 years, and I'll renew and I'll continue to be a Giving Circle member. It makes me feel like I just make a commitment out of my personal budget every year. And then we just know, okay, that's going to the Humane Society, and we'll obviously give more as we can. So it's great.
I'm not necessarily the most charitable person in the world. There are certain things I love to give to. The Humane Society matters to me because I learned, first off, and everyone ought to learn in this town, how the local Humane Society of San Antonio works and what they do. Once I learned how they treat the dogs and the cats, what they do, the contribution they make, and as they say, the bang for the buck, it's very, very, very convincing.